Yegs and bacon, gonna see what's shaking, 'cause there ain't no faking here on Yegs and Bacon. Yegs and Bacon.
Hi.
Hi.
Brandon wrote that opening, and that was really weird.
I usually do make it weird.
Yeah, you do. You do. So, hello, welcome to Yegs and Bacon. My name is Danica.
My name's Brandon, and this is our 15th episode of Season 3 of Yegs and Bacon. Yeah, lots to talk about this week. There's all kinds of new comics coming out. Right off the top, we should mention that there was more new restrictions announced this week, and they still have yet to affect us.
Yes, because we are already restricting more than the province is asking.
It's almost as like half measures are dumb and wrong.
And going to hurt more people.
Yeah. Anyways, who's excited about life?
Yay.
I'm excited about life.
I'm going to apologize in advance. I have a bit of a cough tonight. I am fine. It's just, I'm not feeling great, but
Yeah.
I'm not sick. It's more of a tickle. So I apologize for ruining the audio, basically.
Kif. And I'm going to drink some sparkling waters.
Some sparkling vodka. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
It's water.
Pro tip. Pro soda stream tip.
Don't.
Take a 2-liter bottle of vodka.
Oh, no.
Pour it up until, not the full line, about here. Because if you pour it to the full line, it's a little more viscous than water. It's going to cause problems. Then, drink your sparkling vodka. I think if I did that, I would literally die.
I wouldn't recommend it. Like, not all of it. At some point, I'm going to get you to fill like a little bit of the bottle and just see what it does. For science.
Exactly. Eric says, now we all think you got the Rona. Danica does not have the Rona.
I do not. Believe me, I've checked out every symptom whenever I've been feeling a little bit down this year. I've like Googled it. So
just test.
We're good.
Yeah.
No, I'm just working way too hard and not getting enough sleep. So, hey.
Danica's body likes to break down on the reg.
Yeah, it's fun being me.
She likes it.
I don't.
Later we're going to talk about some DC happenings, and I'm actually going to look up some DC stuff on my phone. Not their specific happenings. That'll be a different conversation. But we're also going to talk about preview a little bit of a shift that we're doing in 2021. Do some little hints and get you excited for what's the end of this year and going into the new year. If you want to start on ye old pile.
I will. Max was just very cute. I had to pet him.
Yeah. And when I get up what I want on here, I will let the people know why I'm doing this.
Oh, yeah. Are you? Yeah, you're doing the release?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Cool. All right. First up, a very cute little book called Heroes at Home. Now, this started out as variant covers on comics. But it's very cool because what they did was instead of the 6 panels, every page is a different panel. So it's actually, the comic is smaller, but the panels are bigger. And it's very sweet. It's how your favorite Marvel characters spent quarantine. It's very, very sweet. Spider-Man bakes bread. Captain Marvel's on a Zoom call. Wolverine does a puzzle.
And fun game for everybody out there. In each strip, there's a hidden Jeff the Land Shark.
Yes.
So if you like Jeff the Land Shark, Andrew
Who
Foley,
doesn't?
the second false Andrew, This is one of my favorite jokes. Definitely go through there and find yourself many Jeffs.
Yeah.
Find yourself some Joffs.
So it's pretty funny. I like it. They made me giggle every time I read them. So now I get like a big old panel. And I think we could all use some laughs right now.
Absolutely. So I'm looking at my phone right now because we will not be getting our DC stuff until possibly tomorrow, but definitely by Thursday, which womp womp. We've been in contact with Universal. Yes,
it's not a Universal problem. It is in Edmonton. It is at the airport. So it is a FedEx problem. They are backed up. They're backlogged. So the best thing we can do now is offer some patience.
And quite honestly, talking with the Universal people, they were talking about how Canpar canceled one of their pickups on them today. How UPS and a whole bunch of the other ones have been behind since like August. And that it's just kind of what it is going to be in December is like everyone's going to try and do their best to get product to everywhere on time. It's not always going to work out. Yeah, it's the added stress of people not being able to see each other. So a lot of things are being mailed, combined with the fact that
it's also Christmas season,
quarantine. Some of the people working to get the packages out, they don't have full staffs, and they can't have everybody in close quarters like they used to. So higher quantity, less people can happen. So I'm imploring all y'all to be patient with us as we deal with a lot of that stuff. We're going to be patient with them because, quite honestly, they're doing their best, and we don't want anybody to harm themselves trying to get us stuff. I know all of you folks are super chill and rad.
Yeah. So any of our DC folks, what Brandon's going to do right now is tell you what has come out and what will be in your file or on shelf by Thursday.
Yeah, we'll go over the big ones basically. The Batman Black and White #1 is going to be out, and it's basically a brilliant anthology series that was come up with by Mark Chiarello a fair while ago, and was backups in some Batman. Was its own series. Has a long pedigree of finding great classic creators and upcoming upshots.
Upstarts.
Wee bairns, little kiddos. Making some rad comics. So
Brennan has watched too much Dairy Girls.
Dairy Girls is wonderful. Apparently, I've never really felt the need to watch the Great British Bake Off. I love that people love it. I like that. It seems fairly good. Somebody told me there's a Dairy Girls episode.
There is, yes.
And I just might want to watch that one.
We might track that one down.
There's also Dark Knight's Death Metal, the last stories of the DC Universe. That include the last stories of the DC Universe as we know it.
Yes. So another one-shot if you're collecting those.
The DC's Very Merry Multiverse #1 shot. It's a nice holiday time stories and whatnot. That's one to look out for. Scroll and keep scrolling. They waiting for him to talk about the comics, but he's gay.
I was
so close.
Vamping, yeah.
So close to actually nailing that one. And by close, I mean, holy crap, you screwed it up, kids.
Oh,
you hacked it right up.
You hacked it. Oh, you almost.
There's another couple parts of Endless Winter. You got Flash, you got Superman, and the one shot of Endless Winter, if y'all are following that. And #2.
Yeah, Sweet Tooth #2. So that'll come. We've had a lot of excitement about that.
And then Tales from the Dark Multiverse, Flashpoint one shot. As dark as Flashpoint was, it can get even darker.
All
I actually really like those one shots. They're a lot of fun.
Yeah, yeah.
It was Brian Hitch doing the whole thing.
What? That's awesome. So yes, if you were expecting any of those, please know that we are also expecting them. But yeah, it goes basically up the chain. Everybody's very busy and backed up. So all the folks at FedEx or at the Edmonton International Airport.
At Federal Expressions. Federal Expressions. We'll get your stuff maybe.
Oh. Yeah, so we can't be too mad. I called our Universal guy twice today. He was very nice.
Very nice guy, yeah.
So everybody's good, but it is December. So, but let's continue with what we do have. Oh, right, there's three covers for this one.
Sword. For those of you who don't know what Sword is, it's basically was a space group that was kind of like S.H.I.E.L.D., except Sword. Now, due to the events of X of Swords, which you don't actually need to know to follow this, mutants have their own space program, and they're using it for some wild freaking stuff. My friends, the ideas that are contained in here are completely bonkers. Like, well, basically Hickman times Al Ewing is how bonkers it's going to be. And it really does live up to that promise of, okay, what if we take the idea of these 5 mutants who can like resurrect people using eggs?
Gold balls!
Gold balls!
Yay!
And take that idea and make it bigger and more spacey. And yeah, holy freaking heck. It's so good. It's so good.
I don't know if this was a before thing or if I'm accidentally spoiling something, but their space station looks like a sword.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
It always does.
It's so cool. It looks like a sword.
What?
All right. Next up.
Neil says, are we talking X-Men? Absolutely, we're talking X-Men.
When are we not?
Mutant Space Program, X-Men.
Yeah.
All right. Comic book history of animation. This is the newest joint from Fred Van Lente and Ryan Dunleavy. They who have done the comic book history of comics and action philosophers and action presidents. It's basically a history of animation. You're going straight from shows that folks like William McKay would do, doing like art things in front of people, all the way to like the development of animation in general. Super, super rad.
All right.
Beep, beep, boop, boop. It's bite size.
It's all you.
Which is basically like Homeward Bound for robots, except not We 3 style, which was like Homeward Bound with cyborg pets.
That was very sad as well.
Yeah, slight difference. These are all robots. They escape from a facility. There's a Christmas time shenanigans, and there's a puppy. Now, are these good robots? Are they bad robots? What the heck's going on here? You might have to read to find out. It's New Columbine with all these other people. See there? Nelson Blake II and a dude named Snakebite. It's because he's Snakebite.
He got bit by a snake.
Got bit by a snake.
That's what I assume. All right, next up is King in Black Namor.
Yeah.
So the Kings in Black. Is it like cul-de-sac?
Yeah, it's like cul-de-sac. Kings in Black.
Kings in Black miniseries have started rolling out. And as we said last week, Kings in Black Supreme, Prime, whatever.
Yeah.
The main series was really kick butt.
Oh my goodness.
It was heckin' good.
It's one of those, I know we talked about it briefly last week, but it's one of those books, superhero books that you get through and you go, I'm pretty sure they're screwed. And like that doesn't happen with superhero books. You can pretty much be like, they'll get out of it. It's fine.
The stakes, they are high. And we're not joking.
Have I ever told you about my steak restaurant idea called Raise the Stakes?
Yes.
I don't think I've told you fine people about Raise the Stakes. So Raise the Stakes is this steak restaurant where you can order a steak, and if you answer trivia questions, you can get a bigger steak. But if you get it wrong, they take a family member.
Anyway, so Namor is a thing, and that will be 3 issues. I think it's one of the 3. 5?
I need 5.
I'm sorry. Some of them are 3, some of them are 1.
3's not enough. I need 5.
We need more sea beefcake. Ooh. I was gonna say sea cake, but that doesn't.
Namor. Beefcake of the sea.
Oh, he's a beefcake of the sea.
Yeah.
I don't know why that's so funny.
It basically means he's like a sea meatloaf, I'm pretty sure, right? Namor,
Oh.
sea meatloaf.
No, why am I thinking buffalo chicken of the sea? That doesn't make any sense. No. Oh,
It's
no.
like spicy tuna? Is
It
that a
was-
spicy tuna roll?
No, it was that Jessica Simpson thing where she's like eating tuna. I think she was eating tuna.
It's called chicken of the sea.
Chicken of the sea.
That's the
and she
brand,
was like,
yeah.
What? But my brain went to buffalo because that makes sense.
I like seaf cake.
Oh, sea cake. Oh, yes. Margaret says, remember Namor in the swimsuit issue? He's a walking swimsuit issue himself, but yes, I do.
Yeah. A really, really good read is also Chip Zdarsky and Company's, I believe, like Butch Geisen, Charles Mango drew it. His Invader series, really good arrogant Namor, really good beefcakey Namor. Yeah. Hey folks, are you looking for a prelude to Lock and Key meeting the Sandman universe characters? Welp, you gots it. This one has a little bit of an old-timey Lock and Key story in it, and some stuff from Sandman issue 1. It is a reprint thing, but it sort of gives you the ground of either of them that you'll need to know going into this couple issue crossover. Really good times.
Did you want this in the pile, or did you?
I did.
Oh, okay.
It's just a quick.
Yeah.
So the Avengers are going to start dealing with some wild Phoenix stuff, and it's going to start here. I know a lot of people are very excited about the wild Phoenix stuff, and Marvel has said that this story is going to kind of lead to some shifts. And I know Hickman's even talked about Phoenix stuff, so interesting times.
All right. Next up is Piecemeal.
This is a
look!
creepy freaking book.
It's another Colin Bunn, because the man doesn't sleep. He has a family. He doesn't sleep. He doesn't
We've got
stop.
several buns this week.
Get your buns.
Get your hot buns at Variant Edition.
File 84 does. Woo!
Served fresh daily.
Yes, exactly. This is a one-shot. It is about a haunted house and murder. And I will say no more because it's spooky.
It's got a brain in the jar. And also, it's if you're into kind of more of the schlock end of horror, though not with the sort of like devil may care kind of schlock, but still kind of schlock murdery. Piecemeal.
Yeah, it's rad. 48-page prestige one-shot, a magazine size.
See? He's bigger.
It's a big boy. Like Max.
And me. Beep boop.
Yes, you're a big boy. More to love.
Yeah. Lords of Misery. For folks getting the Goon, this is actually taking place in between the Dark Horse series and the current Albatross Funny Books series. It's been hinted at for quite some time. It was led up to in the Dark Horse stuff, and the story's never been told until now. It involves old-timey stuff. It's a Goon story, so you knew that.
And an orphaned werewolf boy.
An orphan werewolf boy. Yeah, he's been around.
Nice. Well, yeah. It's new to me because I haven't read them. But,
Yeah, it's basically kind of like, it's not Nazi punching specifically, but it's Nazi adjacent punching and like undead creatures and whatnot. He is so good. Andrew Foley says, Lords of Misery makes me feel seen. You know what? This is a very Andrew book.
Yes. The one true Andrew says, hot buns. Is that a hint for 2021? You're not wrong. We're very attractive, so yes, there will be hot buns in the store.
And I know, Andrew, you're probably talking more about the title.
Yeah.
Because you like to consider yourself a very sad. But you know what? You got a big heart.
Yeah.
And that's sometimes why you're sad.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Anyways, we like you, and you're a good person. You'll accept that.
Whoa, okay. Threatening. All right. Andrew, they punch people sitting next to Nazis. I mean, they're collaborators, so we're not going to stop that.
Yeah, it's like back when Marvel was like, hey, to partake in this big event, why don't you cosplay your store as like Hydra? And everyone's like, those guys are Nazis. And they're like, excuse me, not true. They were Nazi collaborators. Okay, so not the same.
Yeah, that was a bad time for Marvel. That was a bad year.
That was a weird time to be selling comics. We got a phone call from someone doing the dishes in New York to yell at us.
Oh, okay. Oh, because there was like clanking?
Yeah. We were in an article.
Yeah, we were in a few articles that year.
Yeah. Well, this one specifically was about how we didn't feel comfortable hand selling Secret Empire.
Yes.
And somebody phoned us to yell at us for censorship, and we're like, no. Hand selling means we're not going to be like, hey, you know what book you like? This one. But it doesn't mean we're gonna stop you from buying it. And he's like, oh, well, that's fine then. And he hung up.
And he learned a lesson that day, and I hope he's a better person for it. Random New Yorker.
You need to do something better with your time.
I doubt he's watching, but yeah, okay. So next up, some issue 2's crossover. We remember how fun and exciting issue 1 was. It is about if superheroes went poof and came into our world, and suddenly everything was real, and things get a little punchy.
Yeah, and 4 actual humans get murdered.
Yeah, it's not great.
When I say actual humans, I mean
like in the book, fictional actual humans.
No, real people.
I'm so confused what's happening right now.
Real ass people get murdered in this fiction book.
Oh. Okay. I haven't read 2 yet. I'm so confused. There you go. Next up.
Origins! It's the second part of one of Boom's newest series. It's basically another one of those kind of like post-apocalyptic dealies. But like lush as heck. I always love Rebecca's arts.
They did Judas, right? Because those colors.
Yes, and Namesake.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Mm-hmm. And those works are so different, which is so cool. It says a lot about their range.
But yeah, if you want sort of like biotech apocalypse stuff.
Mm-hmm. All right. One of my latest faves, The Scarenthood. It's about a group of Irish parents who are kind of exploring why one of the main characters, his brother, disappeared when they were children, and like the school might be haunted. There's a gym that like takes you and steals time and stuff. Andrew Foley says Donny Cates killed his family from a crossover. Sure.
Wouldn't put it past him.
Let's start that rumor.
Donny Cates, people under his floorboards? He hasn't said no.
Oh no! Next up on Cakes and Bacon, what part of Donny Cates can kill you? Well, no, it's like one of those things. It's like what thing in your kitchen can kill you, but it's just
next up on Yegs and Bacon, Donny Cates commits murder? Question mark? The answer might surprise you. It's yes.
Because he's slated in this comic. All right.
I would like to report a murder. Yeah.
All right. Scarenthood is rad. Yes. It's got adorable children not knowing what's going on while parents are terrified. It's funny.
Mm-hmm.
It's scary.
I'm going to say something. Donny Cates is current Mark Millar. If Mark Millar was into 90s comics, Mark Millar is modern day Stan Lee. And I say that because both of them were really interested in actually just doing more Hollywood stuff than comics.
Mm-hmm.
That's the through line. Now, it doesn't mean anything bad. It just means that's who they are. And you know what? Donny Cates can sell the heck out of a comic book. I'll tell you that much. Makes my job easier.
Yeah, he's got the hustle. And that's okay. As long as you're not a complete butthole, hustle's good.
Hustle.
All right.
Loyalty, respect.
Game respects game.
John C.
Okay.
When we get in the magic sound pad, I might have one of the buttons that just screams John Cena.
Oh yes, we did buy a new toy for the I was gonna call it a podcast, but whatever. It's half a podcast.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're gonna have a soundboard at some point, and then we're gonna be like a little bit more professional. Yay! Yes, Andrew. Thug life. Well, I always say Brandon should get hug life, but
Snug life.
snug life. Oh yeah.
I believe John Cena was a professor of thugonomics. And that might be what Andrew's referring to.
That's fair. We've also started to say John Squeena because one of our cats' names is Squee.
Mm-hmm.
And we like to put his name and everything because it's a fun sound.
And when people come over that he doesn't recognize, you can't see him. You can't see.
Because he hides.
You can't see Squee.
You can't. He'll hide upstairs. That's
Boo.
He's a good boy.
John Squeena. Do, 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 do.
That makes me laugh every time.
It's mostly because that's how he meows. Is
He's a squeaker.
it's good times.
Very sweet. All right. Next up, I'm crying a little bit, but laughter cry. Is Volume 3 of Moonstruck. Now, this was a series that started in single issues, but for Volume 3, they just went straight to...
And Volume 2.
Oh, right.
They released an issue in singles, and then we're like, you know what? Graphic novels.
Yeah, graphic novels are where it's at, baby. So, okay, I know a lot of you haven't heard of this, and you need this in your life.
You do.
Yeah. So Moonstruck is about two lady werewolves dating in basically a coffee shop AU where everybody is a mythical creature, and we love them.
Yay.
So there's everything from werewolves. They've got their non-binary friend, a centaur.
Yeah.
There's a Medusa type character. She's always angry.
Mm-hmm.
In the second one, they go to a frat party and there's fairies, so you can't eat the food. In this one,
yeah, don't eat food around fairies.
Yeah, don't eat fairy food. Fae will wreck you.
Yeah.
Yes, Margaret. Moonstruck is so great, and yes, you'll probably be getting one of these. And I shouldn't say probably. I know you're going to.
It's in your file. It's in your file already.
It's in your file. So the third volume has mermaids. So I'm very excited to read that. I've been waiting for this. Yeah, and I love it.
Our store sells a heck ton of these. So happy when a new volume comes out.
Yeah, this is extremely our jam, and a lot of our demographic is people with good taste that like fun and cute things. All right, next up.
Let's swing that pendulum way far away.
Oh, no. Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm going to swing back because Neil is asking why you're eating with fairies. It is because they will trap you in fairyland.
Yeah.
And you will be trapped there, and that's not good. You will also owe them. So yeah, just Google like fairy food or fae or whatever.
It's a whole deal with that mythology.
Yeah. Just heads up, this might be a life-saving tip. don't eat anything. Don't eat or drink anything a fairy offers you.
Yeah.
All right. All yours.
All right. On the other end of the spectrum, a book called Stealth. This was actually one of my favorite books, but it's a bit dark. Stealth was created originally by Robert Kirkman and Mark Silvestri. They did a little one shot, but this is sort of like a reimagining with Mike Costa and I always want to say Belgrade. Belgrade.
I think that's too many syllables.
Belgrade.
I appreciate your spirit.
For decades, Stealth has waged war on crime in Detroit, but now he's taken his pursuit of justice too far. Only reporter Tony Barber knows that behind Stealth's reckless behavior is an older man battling Alzheimer's, his father. This book hit me right when one of my grandparents was just starting to get really bad with Alzheimer's and dementia. And now one of my other grandparents on the other side of the family is going through that too. It's a really good exploration of that through the superhero genre. It's a little bit rough, and but says a lot, and also about sort of like some systemic racism and all this kind of stuff too. There's a lot built into here. I really enjoyed is still the right word, but it definitely affected me, and that's what I like from my art, is when it kind of confronts something that I might not want to confront, and weirdly helps me deal with it, even if it's not kind of like a A to B kind of thing.
Yeah. All right. Next up is an anthology called Hey Amateur, Go from Novice to Nailing It in 9 panels.
This series is great. It's just a whole bunch of 9-panel things about how to do things like
how to catch a loose dog.
Yeah.
And
some things that are like super helpful.
How to make burritos right. I'm literally just flipping around pages. It's funny. Oh, how to train your doppelganger.
Yeah.
Like, this is a fun book.
Remember, this is very important. If you ever meet your doppelganger and are like, yo, you look dope. If you're making out a little bit, make sure to be ready to go for the kill at any second, because your doppelganger is only there to replace you. So like, have your fun, but be ready.
All right. I should also add that on the other side from the comic is like little bios and of each artist. So I think this is very cool.
That artist that you just showed before this one is the artist of Department of Truth.
Sorry.
That's good. Martin Simmons.
Oh, yeah. Martin Simmons. How to recognize various types of vampires and protect yourself from them.
Yeah.
Which, honestly...
So yeah, it's a super wide range.
Yeah.
Some things super helpful, some things maybe not so helpful.
Yeah.
How to lucid dream, how to letter a comic.
How to letter a comic. Oh, yeah. How to use and ask for pronouns. I'm just saying.
It's good times. I loves it.
Yeah. So I want to read it all. Sorry. I wanted to read like every page, but it's very sweet. So.
And I am super excited for this gorgeous, oversized hardcover collection of Adventure Man. Again, to scale. Ooh. So the comics came out at this size. What they've done here is not only blow up the imagery, but they've kind of shifted some paneling, really blown out the full color bleeds and maybe move some panels or whatnot. It looks amazing. Adventure Man is also one of the funnest times, the most fun, the many much fun times that I've had reading a comic in the past year during all of this wildness. This is pure joy. This is about story. This is about books. This is about digging adventure and even confronting some of the worst parts about old pulp stories in this invigorating way that just like blows up the genre, and just at its core also just tells a great, fun adventure that is just well needed during these times. This one's mine. You can't have it.
No, but we have many copies at the store.
Yes.
And it is eminently huggable because I know we all miss hugs.
See this?
Big enough to hug.
Like, look at that.
Yeah.
It goes from like, it covers my whole chest, so you can like really pull it close.
Yeah.
You know?
Hug your books.
Hug your books.
'Cause you can't hug your friends.
Great. So we promised some DC chat, and we promised some sneaky peekies at 2021.
Sneaky pickies. Okay, all right, let's do this. That's true. I was yawning again. I apologize. I'm not feeling great tonight, so I'm trying to be a trooper and power through it.
I've decided not to reggaeton air horn Danica every time that she yawns.
Because I will murder you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those floorboards might be in our house.
They're not tall enough for you, sweetie.
That's true.
I've measured.
When did we get the soundproof room? It's for podcasting, honey. It's for podcasting.
All right. Please talk about what you would want.
All right. So
about.
DC's Future State is coming out in Janvier. Janvier?
What? Janvier.
Janvier. I know.
Don't pronounce the R.
I know.
You were so Central Alberta, it hurts.
Oh, it could be worse. You know why I do that. It's because I get that reaction, and I'm so sorry. Future State's coming out. There has been a bunch of announcements this weekend that actually kind of reveal the scope of Future State, and many of the writers and some of the artists working on Future State are actually continuing afterwards. So what Future State really is 2 months sort of giving you hints at the upcoming years or whatnot, and building out stories in a new, interesting way that they can kind of like toss out some fresh ideas and some fresh creators. Really, really excited for that. We also have been able to read a good chunk of the first issues for Future State. I've read the next Batman #1 and the subsequent bits from that. John Ridley and Nick Darrington do a remarkable job of doing sort of like a Future State Batman story. Dark Detective has Mariko freaking Tamaki doing some writing. She's taking over Detective in March.
That's going to be amazing.
So good.
Give her all the things.
Danica, who doesn't really care for Batman, mostly because he's a rich white billionaire punching people. That's not her deal.
I'm not into grumpy boys.
Not into grumpy boys.
Just the one.
And for Detective 1027, her and Dan Mora had a little story in there. She loved it. That's the creative team for Detective. Sean is asking, so it's a modern day DC challenge? No, it's just all of these new Future State stories that are their kind of their own thing, and basically the starts of new runs, kind of stealth. There's a new Swamp Thing book by Ram V that's coming out, and he's going to be teamed up with Mike Perkins. That's just going to look great. That's going to be creepy as heck. Ram V is like one of our favorite creators. He did Blue and Green and Graffiti's Wall. They're so good. He's been doing Justice League Dark.
For any of those who are curious why I have my camera out, it is because Max and Joy are sleeping near each other, and if you'd like to, either during the show or after, I've posted it to our Facebook. So cute cat picture on our Facebook. Yeah.
Now, one of the biggest parts that's cool about Future State is y'all don't need to know anything. Any of these books, you can kind of start fresh. They're talking about things that happened. Nobody knows. Nobody knows how it happened. Nobody knows why it happened. And I'm 1,000% here for it.
Oh yeah, totally. Like I read one that referenced another one, but it was another Future State book. So it's not something that you have to like read 10 years of to do. It's just something that they're all kind of alluding to. But again, these are all miniseries. They're 1, 2, 3, 4 issue miniseries, and there's really low commitment there. So if you want to check something out, buy it. Absolutely, just check it out.
Also, if y'all want some good Nightwing booty.
Oh my God, Nicholas Scott does Nightwing, and she respects the booty.
She respects the booty. You respect Nightwing's booty. You put some respect on that booty.
Yeah, that is probably like insured.
Yeah.
All right.
Very cool. Neil Pack asks, are they relaunching the Batman title? One of the things I do know about post-Future State is James Tynion is still writing some Batman. I don't know what that looks like. We will find out in the next couple weeks. But seeing how they're going to continue Wonder Woman's numbering with some Becky Cloonan, I believe Detective's probably continuing its numbering. I would be shocked if Batman didn't either. So
yeah, I think they kind of settled on the legacy numbering, which is fine.
Yeah, and if Future State can provide that #1 experience, which is, I believe, what a good chunk of this is doing, then what a great way to get people to jump on some ongoing books. It's a great way to be like, here's the new season of comics. Here's some teasers for what's coming up. You want to be on this ride, and I think you want to be on this ride. I'm more excited to read the DC product line than I have been in a long time.
Same.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, Tamaki and Mora. Like, I've been excited about that team up since what was it, Detective 1027? Yeah, where they had the big anniversary issue. So they had the anthology, and they had those two working together. And my first response to Brandon was like, "Oh my God, I need more of this." And I didn't believe it was ever going to happen. I thought it was just a fluke. But turns out dreams do come true.
The second false Andrew. Young Mr. Andrew Foley. He says, I believe Tynion's going to be building up the Magistrate. That's a big part of the Future State Bat books. I would be shocked if he didn't too.
Yeah, I was able to read a few of them before the show, and I can say the Magistrate is mentioned in Nightwing.
And Neil, there's a Future State Batman, a couple Batman books, and it's gonna be good. And Andrew also says, well, Future State overall just better quality than DC has been for a while. I'm gonna agree to that. That's my personal taste in the matter. I know a lot of people have been enjoying the DC books. I think they're gonna enjoy this too. And that's really cool. I know there's some retailers out there who are just like, none of my people want it, and I would like to set it on fire. It's weird that you would be that way.
It's not that far off, honestly.
It's super weird that y'all wouldn't want to take an opportunity to experience some fresh stories and to get new people in on these stories. That's what we're doing, and it's working out well. We're getting to preview these things. We can actually connect you with the ones that we know you're going to enjoy specifically, and some stories are going to emerge from there. Like, what's not to love about a situation where we can introduce you to an amazing thing that you love? Oh no, they're ruining comics with accessibility.
We will continue to ruin comics this way as long as we possibly can.
Speaking of ruining comics, we are very excited about the rest of this year and moving into next year. It's going to come with a slight announcement. As you know, this show, it's going to continue on with this format. We're going to be shifting the Yegs and Bacon concept to a different area. What that means, can't tell you. We are going to tell you. I'm going to get the date. Actually, vamp for me a little bit.
Vamp. Okay, so, whoa. All right. The cats look very sweet right now. I just wanted to say thank you for everybody for kind of, I guess, helping us through this year, because we had, we'll do like kind of a big end of the year thing, but I wanted to say thank you because we did really well this year. We weren't worried, like a lot of businesses, and I know we had to push some files, but everybody came through in the end, and it's really been great. Like Brandon's deliveries have gone up. We've been mailing out a lot more stuff, and it's keeping us very busy. Some days I wish we weren't that busy, but then I realized, no, that's a bad thing.
Yeah.
Because I remember the first couple years when we had time to be bored, and I don't want to go back to that.
Oh my goodness, no, that was so stressful. Y'all knew how skinny I was back then.
Yeah.
That's through stress. Like my body will still take food, but A, I'm not hungry, and B, when I do eat the food, it's just like gone. It gets burnt.
Yeah, because his body just stresses.
Yeah, so like you'll be able to tell how well the business is doing by how big I get. Or maybe soon I'll get yoked.
Yoked?
Yeah. Become a Swolverine.
Oh, I'll have a Swolverine as a husband. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know Danica mentioned this at the end of last week's. I was gone at a meeting.
Yes. So we just wanted to reiterate, and this actually will go out on social media this week instead of last week, because I guess that was a lie from both of us. We are going to take a week off.
Yeah, mini staycation to kind of recharge and reset some things for 2021. So from Thursday, December 31st to for you will be through Tuesday, January 5th, we're closed.
Yes. So it means you won't miss a Wednesday. So for all the new single issue comic folks, however, we will get 5 days in a row off, and the store will be closed, and I will be sleeping like all of the time.
Oh goodness, it's going to be great. Now, when we come back, we will have on the 5th a very special edition of this show where we're going to reveal to you some really, really cool things that we have, including some new logos for our slight shift in direction. We haven't made it a secret that our lease is up in August.
Yeah.
At our current location. Now, one thing I do want to stress to all of you, no, we are not closing. Yes, we will have a physical location. What that means, what that will look like, those are things that we will be discussing a few weeks from now, basically. Until then, we're gonna keep being awesome, and we're gonna keep thinking about where we see comics going, where we see the world going, and we're gonna show that to you. One of the things that I can tease, if you like our video content, boy howdy, are you gonna be in for some treats in 2021.
We're going bigger.
Yeah.
More of this. Contacting you. 3D. I'm just kidding. It's not 3D.
And quite honestly, like let's be perfectly honest with how Alberta is doing right now too.
Yes.
We miss you, and we're going to want to be able to talk to you, to contact you, to really communicate, and to help you browse. We probably won't be able to for a chunk of the winter, honestly.
Yeah, our numbers are really bad.
And Christmas is coming.
Yeah, less and less people are coming in, which is fine.
It's good. I'm out more and more doing deliveries as a result.
Like I said,
I'm more than happy.
We have curbside, so if you want to do like an e-transfer, or if you have your credit card on file, we can just run it and then you just swing by. So there's so many ways that we can still get to you safely. Yeah, and we want to do that. We are not giving up. We are digging our feet in.
Oh yeah. And
pivoting the business to where it needs to be for you.
Yeah. folks who know us, folks who have been here from the start, folks who have come along the way, folks who are just new to us now. We love comics so much, but we're not beholden to the systems that have been, we believe, holding it back, holding the medium back. That can be structures like the old ways of thinking for stores, for old ways of delivering product, for just getting stories to people.
Sorry.
Eric says, folks who can't quit you, because Eric's been one of our customers from the before times in the long, long ago.
Yes, Eric was one of the amazing people that followed Brandon from his old job to Variant. We appreciate him.
Yeah.
There's people still discovering us. There's new people coming in every week. So we are very, very blessed. And I say that in not a basic B kind of way.
Hashtag blessed.
Hashtag blessed.
We are hashtag blessed.
Oh gosh. But yeah, we have a lot of people that have now been shopping with Brandon specifically for well over a decade. They followed him
14 years.
Yeah, and that's amazing. So, you know, and the people that we met last week, I've started to file for last month, they're just as important.
Exactly.
We are very lucky that we have not gone stagnant.
Yeah, and quite honestly, part of that is just always believing that there's more, that there's better, that you can do better, that you can reach farther. And that's
Jump higher.
Yeah. And that's what we're going for in 2021.
Was that the Captain Marvel stuff?
Maybe.
I feel like it was Captain Marvel.
Not intentionally, but still.
Which I'm okay.
Put that one up there.
Yeah. All right. Kate says Merrick shops with Brandon. Yes, he does. Merrick is one of Kate's adorable sons, and Brandon is like his favorite human. And I love when he comes in because every question starts with, Brandon, can you do this? Brandon, can you write me a Spider-Man book?
It's one of my absolute favorite things is helping kiddos find the things that they love. Because it's life-changing, quite honestly. It can be.
Yeah.
It changed my life when I started finding these things. And yeah, like, it's pretty great.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's a huge reason why we have a giant all ages section, is because kids are the future. Not to sound cliche, but like, and I mean, nerd kids are great. I love nerd kids.
So stay tuned. We've got some huge things coming, and we're going to share it all with you, including a big, interesting transition that's going to happen. I'm super excited. And it looks like Joy's caught in a hoodie.
I'm going to go get her claw.
Detangle the cat from hoodie.
Oh, baby, it's okay. It's okay. I got you.
And yeah, know that no matter what kind of like ways we're kind of talking around the future, we are sticking around. We will be a store. Yeah, it's going to be so much fun.
Oh,
so
excited.
Yeah, doing some content planning, girl.
Yeah, and I mean, the next year is going to be really cool. We know we're moving. We don't know too yet because it's like way early.
Yeah.
But just thinking of the opportunities, I'm so excited.
And we've got some ideas about where we might land.
Yes.
So that's very cool. Also know it would be in the same area too. So
yes, that is our first and foremost goal, is staying within the Stony Plain Road area. So when we move, we will not go very far. And at this moment, Joy is giving Max a bit of a bath, and Brandon is just weeping internally. They're very sweet.
She stopped because she saw.
Oh, see, I didn't want to like. Oh, Max is such a happy boy, though. There it is. Yeah, and they just switched back to siblings, where she just smacked him in the face. Let's see here. So, as we are ending,
I missed this because I wasn't around to do it last week. Meetings are hard.
Yeah, and doing this alone is really hard, by the way.
I bet.
Wow, that was a lot.
Oh, wow. Okay. Who am I seeing out there? It's, by the way, for new people, it's Romper Room time. For those of you who don't know, Romper Room was a kid's show, and at the end of it, a lady would take a magic mirror and see everybody who watched the show, except for me. Definitely didn't see Danica.
Oh, no one ever sees Danica. I didn't get those like toothbrushes with my name on it either.
Yeah.
But I bet you did.
Danitza. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so we like to do this for everybody who makes a comment on the show. So hell yeah, we all gonna start this.
Okay.
I see Eric.
Mm-hmm.
I see Brent. I see Sean. And I see Kate.
And Merrick and Ben.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right there and right there. Hey, how you guys doing?
Hi.
I hope you're doing well.
Yeah.
Especially with everything happening. You guys are superstars.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's super tough for kids right now. So all the kids we're seeing, I'm like, you know what? You got this, kid.
Mm-hmm.
This generation, man.
You're going through a lot.
They're going to be all right.
I see Margaret. I see the one true Andrew. I see the second false Andrew.
Oh, gosh.
I've already seen Neil.
Oh.
No, I'd forgotten. I was ready to be like, yeah, and I was like, I already cranked that one out. Yeah. I see Jason.
Yeah.
And oh, I see Steven. I see Steven.
We're getting really good at vamping.
And girl, ooh, I think that might be it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, we want to say thank you again. A lot of you spend every Tuesday evening with us, and that means a lot. Yeah. And we will be upping the video content, no spoilers, in 2021. So you'll see more of this, and hopefully we'll get better and less awkward, but probably not, because we're kind of just Steven, and they save the best for last.
That's why saying your name, buddy.
Yeah, buddy.
All right.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Thank you all for watching. We will see you again next week. We'll see you again many, many years in the future because, again, we're here to stay.
Yep.
But boy, what that's going to look like is going to be super rad. I'm so excited.
Yeah, we're super excited to grow and change with not only the comics industry, but business as a whole, because Corona has changed business as a whole. So we'll just keep figuring it out.
And Andrew says, it's never too early to get ready to move. Trust me on this.
Yes.
Oh, do we have plans?
Yeah.
There's going to be some overlap.
Oh, yeah. No, we have some things. Like, that's why we're talking about it 9 months in advance.
Also, we moved before, and that was freaking wild.
Yes. So, yeah. Actually, yeah, quick thing before we go. We did move the store once before. We've been at our place location about 4.5 years. And so we had significantly less than we do now, which is going to be fun. But we moved a store before, and now we have a bigger store.
Yep.
So that'll... Oh!
And Ben says, wait, no more leaky ceiling. Happy dance.
Yes, I look forward to a location where I don't have to worry about my books under the ceiling. And it has air conditioning. So, yeah, these are the two big things that have bugged me about that venue. We definitely have a lot of good memories in there, but I am done with the ceiling. I have no patience with that. No patience with the pipes. Anyway, we love you. Thank you so, so much. We'll see a fair number of you tomorrow. And for those that we won't see IRL, we will see you on our social medias, in our emails. and our hearts. Why are you chewing? It's so